But being a person, just being a human, means you're multi-layered, multifaceted. There's a lot of digging that you have to do to be able to uncover all that stuff. I'm exhausted. As you can tell, it's been a very long day and it shows on my face and in my voice. And I just wanted to make this video before I take off my makeup and go to bed and basically forget everything I'm thinking about right now, because tell me why during the most unexpected times, like when you're about to go to bed, you're exhausted AF or you know whatever, that you have like such a profound realization about yourself. But I'd rather have that profound realization about myself and be more self-aware than continue being Delulu. So your boy is very deep into his head. If you don't know who I am, which is probably the case because I'm super irrelevant, I'm a behavioral health registered nurse who, to say the least, got hurt pretty badly last year. I won't really go into too much depth about it, but you know, when you go into nursing, just generally speaking, it is a very mentally and physically taxing career on your body. And behavioral health slash mental health slash, it's also like a hybrid med-surgical unit as well, comes with its own unique challenges. Those challenges can be violent. I got hurt. I had to navigate the workman's comp process, which was a whole mess, and also not gonna go into too much depth about it as well, but it added another layer of trauma, which I don't like throwing that word around lightly because that word carries so much weight. And I think just like how some people say like, oh, that's so OCD, like it becomes so nonchalant and the word loses its meaning. But trauma is super significant. It can change the course of your life. It can change your mindset and just fundamentally change who you are as a person. That is exactly what happened to me in this situation. This incident profoundly changed me. Navigating it was incredibly challenging and it sucked, to say the least. It just absolutely sucked. And I had finally gotten the care that I should have gotten from the beginning, but because even as like a healthcare worker myself, I fully recognize that other healthcare corporations and hospitals don't actually truly give you the best care, unfortunately. And I did not receive the best care, and it took me months to finally get it. And when I finally did, they pulled me out of work because I needed to be out of work after this injury, but these doctors at this not so great place thought I should still be working. They're like, there is absolutely no reason you should be working right now. Your back is messed up. And it still is. And it's gonna be for basically the rest of my life if I don't take good care of myself. So once I was pulled out of work, a lot of things from my past caught up to me, just because first generation, single parent, mom, endured the Vietnam War. So you can probably imagine, or can't imagine, I can't even imagine myself, the shit she went through. Absolutely horrible. And that stuff is not easy to brush off. Once that happens to you, it profoundly impacts you. And that's what happened to my mom. And you know, generational trauma, she passed it on to me. There's so much more to it than that. Because of the environment I grew up in and the mindset that was dictated by that environment as well, indirectly, so many other bad things happened to me, including being taken advantage of in multiple ways. Because growing up, I didn't internally have worth. I wasn't worth anything for who I was. I was valuable because of what I achieved. I was valuable if I was a straight A student. I was valuable if I was a good boy's son. I was valuable if I fit this very rigid mold that my mom gave me. And if I dared deviate even just a little bit, I would get punished big time. And that messes you up so much. How do you even develop a sense of worth as someone who is a child? Someone who's learning about the world, learning how to interact with the world, when every time you do something to learn on your own, you get your hand fucking slapped. Not even your hand. You get punished for something as mundane as doing skincare, as putting on fucking moisture at night without being told you're and then having your parent manipulate you and threaten to end their life because of your sexuality. Like it's something that you can choose, because honestly, if I could just pick and choose my sexuality, why the hell would I want to put myself through this? You know what I'm saying? This trauma was so foundational to so many bad things happening in my life, and now that I had been pulled out of work during this time, I realized how messed up I really was. And I know that I may be smiling right now, but that's because I'm holding back a lot of anger and a lot of resentment. Sometimes just trying to like fake a smile is all it takes for me to be able to stifle my tears. Because growing up too, it was a huge weakness to cry, and I would get punished if I cried. And I numbed that emotional part of my brain, and I've been in survival mode for basically my entire life. I don't really know how to fully feel my emotions. I don't really know how to allow myself to sit with them. Honestly, I think it's human nature to try to fight back when we feel discomfort of any sort, but because numbing my emotions was so second nature and just kind of dismissing them, it's like almost instinctual. As much as I hate this whole process, at the same time, I am thriving and doing the best I can despite how painful and difficult this process is, because healing is messy. Healing is not cute. Just like how if you get a cut, you're gonna develop like a nasty ass scab. It's the same thing for all those mental wounds that you have. To recover from them is to not recover gracefully from them. Can you try to be as graceful as you can intentionally? Yes, but you're walking a fine line there of authentically, genuinely healing. If you truly want to find peace and happiness in your life, you cannot let your ego hold you back. Because to truly make it through life and to truly find peace within yourself, it takes being real. It takes being true to your core. It takes being authentic. And for some people that comes easy, and for some people it doesn't. And as I'm talking about this, I realize I finally have the opportunity to be authentic to myself, and I am so grateful for it. True healing takes you confronting whatever demons you're fighting head on. Can't put it on the back burner, because it's just gonna accumulate and snowball and get worse over time. We take so many things for granted in our life, and unfortunately, time is one of them. Can we do everything in our power to make sure that we live healthy lives, that we stay safe? Absolutely. But is tomorrow guaranteed? 100% it is not. We need to make the most of every minute of every day. And it's so much easier said than done. And some days, making the most of your day is allowing yourself to take a step back and slow down and truly feel what you're feeling, because that's important too. Just like how if I get a cut and it hurts, that's a sign that tissue damage is there. If my brain is constantly sending me a message that makes me uncomfortable, there's a wound there that probably needs some healing as well. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be difficult. It's not gonna be easy. Way easier said than done. It's gonna be a messy process, but it is absolutely necessary if you want to find peace in your life. And you need to allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. Try to dig deep down and ask yourself where it's coming from, because I think it's very easy for us as people, and yes, some things can be unexplained, but it's super easy for us to dismiss things as being like, well, I just do that, or I don't really know why I think like this, or why I do that. But in many cases, if you take a pause and you really dig deep down and ask yourself, is there actually a reason why I do this? The answer can be an astounding yes. But being a person, just being a human, means you're multi-layered, multifaceted. There's a lot of digging that you have to do to be able to uncover all that stuff. And it's not going to be easy, and it's going to take practice. But I truly believe in my heart that if you want to find true, sustainable peace in life and develop depth as a human, which is something that no one can take away from you, you just gotta sit and be real with yourself. Society is so fast-paced, and yes, a lot of us run in survival mode because we have to. But if you really, truly want peace in your life, you have to set aside time to sit and be real with yourself. And I hope that's the message that you take from this video. If you made it this far in this video, I appreciate you watching. I need to take off my makeup and take out my contacts, because I am exhausted. Clearly, I had a lot on my mind and I didn't want to forget it. And I'm finally giving myself value, and I'm finally saying what I say is important and what I say truly helps people. And I cannot even deny that, because I literally have some award nominations right here that in a way kind of externally prove that. But screw your accomplishments, finding peace within yourself regardless of what your accomplishments are, and just valuing who you are as a person, because you're more than what you do, you're more than how you perform. That's how you learn to internally validate yourself, and that is the key to true self-love. So yeah, that was another tangent. I hope that one was helpful too. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for spending some time with me. Take care, stay safe, do what you gotta do. I wish you all the best. I don't know if I'm talking to like 5 or 10 people, but truly wish you all the best. And I hope you find peace within your life, because that is so important. Why am I so talkative when I'm exhausted? All right, bye.